Welcome to Currently Kirkland. I'm Pam Jardine. In this episode, we hear about the state of the city, celebrate improvements to the Northeast 85th Street corridor, and find out how you can make a difference right here in Kirkland. Last month, Mayor Amy Walen presented her State of the City address to the Kirkland Chamber of Commerce and the Kirkland Alliance of Neighborhoods. Her address reflected on the words of our nation's presidents as inspiration to how Kirkland can remain one of the most livable cities in America.
Thomas Jefferson said that the care of human life and happiness is the first and only object of good government. We agree. The safety and well-being of our residents and businesses are the top priorities of this council and our professional staff.
The mayor proclaimed that the state of the city is thriving and highlighted achievements such as the adoption of the comprehensive plan and the transportation and cross-Kirkland corridor master plans, a capital improvement project list that invests over $200 million in city infrastructure and parks, and over $10 million in fire station improvements. The mayor also highlighted accomplishments within the City of Kirkland organization.
Programs like the Healthy Kirkland Initiative, the Auditor's Award, Healthy Reserves, and other sound financial practices resulted in Kirkland retaining our AAA credit rating for 2016 and beyond.
2015 also brought many successes in the state legislature for the City of Kirkland.
At the state level, this council, led by Councilmember Asher, partnered with our state legislators on the 2015 transportation package and delivered $75 million to build the new I-405 ramps into Totem Lake at Northeast 132nd, as well as over $1 million to connect the Cross-Kirkland corridor to Lake Washington Boulevard with complete sidewalks at Northeast 52nd Street.
The mayor shared her dreams for Kirkland in 2016 that include providing shelter for those that are less fortunate with the siting of an emergency women's shelter in Kirkland and creating a Kirkland Home Affordability Task Force.
Jimmy Carter tells us that the measure of a society is found in how they treat their weakest and most helpless citizens. Despite increasing our contributions to human services agencies and a regional coalition for housing, Kirkland has still not made a dent in the problem of homelessness, and the challenge of housing affordability continues to grow.
Another dream of Mayor Walen is to keep civility at the center of public discourse, and she calls on community leaders to help develop a civility action plan and aspirational code of conduct that the community can share.
What makes us able to solve problems as a local government is our ability to work together even when we disagree.
In closing, the mayor quotes President Ford and asks for the community to continue to work together in keeping Kirkland the most livable city in America.
President Ford said, "There is no way we can go forward except together, and no way anybody can win except by serving the people's needs. We cannot stand still or slip backwards. We must go forward now together."
To watch the State of the City address, go to www.kirklandwa.gov and search State of the City Address. Community members and business and civic leaders celebrated on February 17th the completion of the Northeast 85th Street Corridor Improvements Project. Honda of Kirkland hosted the ceremony, which celebrated a more walkable, busable, and drivable 85th Street corridor.
We've seen a big improvement in traffic here on the 85th Street corridor. Customers are commenting real favorably about how beautiful and inviting the 85th Street corridor has become. This has been a long process, but the results are wonderful. We've got lovely sidewalks, more pedestrian traffic, and our employees like being able to walk for lunch and to use the businesses in the corridor. All in all, it's been a process that's turned out beautifully.
State officials attended as well to share a commemorative plaque with Mayor Walen.
More than a decade ago, this community decided to transform 85th Street into our city's eastern gateway. It's Rose Hill Gateway, a corridor lined with wide sidewalks, elegant streetlights, beautiful landscaping, and a state-of-the-art roadway to move people. When we set out, we didn't know how long it would take to achieve this, but we knew that it would require an investment, not just from taxpayers and from grant programs, but from people who make their livings on this street and from the people who live along this corridor. It's a crucial economic district where we can shop in Kirkland and a regional connection for us to get to and from work in our neighboring cities and beyond. We're grateful to the business owners and residents for their patience, and they helped shape the vision for the street.
This vision emerged during community-wide planning efforts involving input and coordination with Rose Hill Business District businesses, property owners, neighborhood residents, Sound Transit, and the City of Kirkland. The project repaved Northeast 85th Street, built new sidewalks with landscape planters along both sides. It also reconfigured 3 intersections to improve traffic flow, upgraded all of the intersections to intelligent transportation systems technology, and eliminated poles and wires above ground by burying them underground. Busy pedestrians and drivers may not be aware what lies just a few feet below them. New underground conduit for future utility conversion, as well as new 24-inch water mains and improvements to the storm water system were installed under the corridor. Community members on their way to local parks and businesses on 124th Avenue Northeast also benefited from new sidewalks where none existed before.
Go to the grocery store, sometimes just to the park over here, and depending on how happy the kids are, we take like long walks just around South Rose Hill. It's coming along really nicely, and I'm enjoying it a lot more now.
With National Volunteer Month coming up in April, here's an opportunity to make a difference in your community and help Kirkland's natural environment flourish. Join the Green Kirkland Partnership and celebrate Earth Week by volunteering at Juanita Heights Park from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Help with restoration efforts, including removal of ivy and blackberry, spreading mulch, and planting native trees, shrubs, and ground covers. Experience is not necessary. Volunteers of all ages are welcome. More information can be found at greenkirkland.org. Thank you for watching our show. Currently, Kirkland can be in the palm of your hand. Subscribe to Kirkland Television on YouTube. We air on KGov and KLife. Send us your news tips, story ideas, and suggestions to kirklandtv@kirklandwa.gov.